on Kashmir, actually we have done, I think, a good job solving most of it. I think removing Article 370 was step number one. Holding elections, which were done with a very high turnout, was step number 3. I think the part we are waiting for is the return of the stolen part of Kashmir, which is on the under illegal Pakistani occupation. When that's done, I assure you, Kashmir solved.
Take a gentleman here on the aisle. Yep.
My name is Nisar. I am an author and a journalist. Let me make you a little nervous, Your Excellency. Thank you very much for your dissertation. Yeah. Kashmiris are up in arms because India is occupying Kashmir illegally. That's the reason why they are protesting. Now, given Mr. Trump's zeal for striking peace and peace deal, can Narendra Modi use his friendship with Donald Trump to solve out the problem of Kashmir? There are 1 million soldiers stationed in Kashmir to control 7 million Kashmiris. So what are you going to do about the Kashmir problem? Okay, you haven't spoken about.
Can we just capture the question there? Thank you.
Look, on Kashmir, actually we have done, I think, a good job solving most of it. I think removing Article 370 was step number 1. Then restoring growth and economic activity and social justice in Kashmir was step number 2. Holding elections, which were done with a very high turnout, was step number 3. I think the part we are waiting for is the return of the stolen part of Kashmir, which is on the under illegal Pakistani occupation. When that's done, I assure you, Kashmir solved. The second question, Global South. You know, look, there are different ways of looking at it, and I give you a perspective. What do countries in Global South largely want? They want more options. They want more experiences to compare, relatable experiences. They would like to get into relationships which actually help them build their society on a sustainable basis. So forget India, China for a moment. I think what is happening and is that much of the Global South in the previous decades had very limited options. You know, they either had Western options, they had multilateral development banks, which were in a way associated with it. Within the Western options, they had maybe some subsets out there. Then at some point, they had Soviet/Russian options. Then you had a set of China options. Now today, if there are Indian options, I would argue that actually it's better for the Global South. It's not worse, because they now have many more possibilities to choose from. They will be in a position to evaluate which of these options and which of these relationships somewhere fit into their growth aspirations. And I can certainly say, you know, where India is concerned, we have today projects in almost 80 countries of the Global South. We have delivered actually about 600 significant projects in the last many years. And I do think that by doing so, I mean, obviously the partner country is benefited, but it also strengthens the hands of the partner country in dealing with other relationships. So I would not put this negatively at all. In fact, just like I say for India's positioning, a multipolar world is helpful, I think for Global South as well, I think a multipolar world is helpful, and it actually increases their negotiating ability.